Welcome back to another video on EFL Talk. I am host Mitchell alongside Sunderland fan Jack. How are you, mate?
Doing all right.
Yeah, today we're going to be predicting this weekend's championship games. Let me just get it up here now. So the first game tomorrow night is Luton Town up against Sheffield United. Let me just get the game. Luton Town up against Sheffield United. Sheffield United away, top of the league. The first team ever in Championship to be top of the league after 5 games with less than 11 points. So as you can see there, Sheffield United are top of the league with 10 points there, while Luton Town all the way down in 19th place. Not a good start to the season for Luton. Only 1 win in 5, 2 draws, 2 losses, -1 goal difference, 5 points. Obviously, you can't read into the table until about 10 games in. Sheffield United, 3 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. That loss coming on the opening day to Watford. To be fair, this could go either way. Luton could pull out a masterclass. Sheffield United could end up dropping points, which they don't want to do if they want to try and get back into the Premier League. What's your take on this game then, Jack?
It's going to be an even game. I've got a feeling Luton will come out a bit fighting for the first 20 minutes. They'll get an early goal, and I think it'll be a comfortable 2-1 win for Sheffield United.
2-1 win for Sheffield United. I've gone myself 1-0 away win to the Blades. Up next is your team at 12:30 against Norwich. So as you can see by the table here, when it shows it, where is it? There. So Sunderland sit 5th in the league, 2 draws, 2 wins, 1 loss on 8 points. Norwich, after back-to-back wins now in the league, up to 8th. They had a rocky start with 2 losses and 1 draw at the start of the season. Not what a relegated team wants, in all fairness. I did watch the last game. They didn't put out a massively great performance in my eyes. So I just turned it off, and then obviously as soon as I turned it off, they came out and scored 2 goals against Millwall. What's your take on this game then, Jack? What's going to win?
I've got a feeling we will come out a bit defensive. To be honest, we won't go all out attacking this. I think Norwich will get 1 early goal, and we'll probably sneak a 1-0 win.
A 1-0 win for Sunderland.
No, 1-0 win for Norwich.
My bad. 1-0 win for Norwich. For me, I've gone a 2-1 away win to Norwich. I just think they've got that too much power in that team for Sunderland to handle. Obviously, by all means, they've got Jack Clark, could get another assist. They've got Ross Stewart, who also could get another goal. I reckon he will get a goal. I reckon Sunderland will go 1-0 down. They'll get back level just for half-time, and then a late Norwich Timu Pukki goal, I reckon. But yeah, I've gone with Sunderland 1, Norwich City 2. Next up then to the 3 o'clock kickoff on Saturday sees Watford taking on Queen's Park Rangers. Watford sat 2nd in the league, unbeaten so far this season. One of 3 teams, I believe. Yeah, one of 3 teams only unbeaten this season, along with Wigan and Rotherham. Two wins, 3 draws along the way, as well, a +2 goal difference. 1 point behind Sheffield United, so then ideally they could want Sheffield United to drop points and they could win. They're up against 17th place QPR, who are not started the season well either. 1 win, 2 draws, 2 losses. Go on then, Jack. Give us your score picture for this game.
I've got a feeling QPR not having the best start to the season as well, to be honest. I thought they'd have been a little higher up, but I think Watford will get a solid 3-1 win.
For Watford, is that?
Yep.
Yep, I agree. I personally agree with you as well. I've gone with a 3-1 Watford home win in front of the home fans as well. I just think that will give them the more momentum to get the 3 points. I believe this is a Lancaster derby. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't know, to be
Yes,
honest.
I believe
think it
this
is.
is I believe this is a derby. Both teams started pretty similar. The only difference is Wigan are unbeaten. They're on the exact same points. Wigan won 1, drawn 3. Burnley won 1, drawn 3, lost 1. After playing an extra game over Wigan Athletic. Wigan are on a +1 goal difference, while 0 goal difference is for Burnley. Vincent Kompany's first season in charge of Burnley. I reckon they could potentially go up, but I reckon Burnley fans will just fancy them to finish on a high this season. Jack, what are you going for this one then?
I've got a funny feeling Wigan might actually snatch 3 points, to be honest. I think they will come out with high spirits again from winning the league last season. I think they'll get probably Nick a 93rd minute 1-0 win.
A 1-0 win. I have just edited my prediction for this game. I've gone myself. Originally, I was going to go for a 2-1 away win for Burnley, but I've just changed it to a 1-1 draw. I just can't separate it because obviously Derby Day, anything could happen. Form goes out the window. Obviously, pretty much what form is it to go through on the opening 4 or 5 games of the season. But I've gone for a 1-1 draw. Up next is in West Yorkshire as West Brom travel to Huddersfield Town. Both teams who are could have had better seasons. West Brom in 14th place, 1 win, 3 draws, 1 loss on 6 points there, whilst Huddersfield are in the relegation zone after playing 4 games, 1 win, 0 draws, and 3 losses, -1 goal difference, +2 goal difference for West Brom. For this game, Huddersfield gone from playoff finals last season to that defeat to then losing some key players to Nottingham Forest, losing their manager as well at the end of last season. I don't know anything that's happened with the manager. I've heard that he's walked because of some stuff happening in the background of the team. For me personally, I can't see anything getting from this game for Huddersfield Town. I can see a easy away win, 3-0 West Brom. What about you, Jack?
I think West Brom will get a comfortable, but I don't think they'll score 3 goals. I think they'll probably win it by 2 goals to 0.
Yeah. Next up, Blackburn against Stoke. Blackburn's good start to the season, sitting 4th in the league, 9 points, 3 wins, 2 losses, no draws along the way. Stoke City just above the relegation zones, 1 win, 1 draw, 3 losses on 4 points. Sacked the manager earlier today as well. What's your take on this game then?
I've got a feeling if Stoke just sack their manager earlier today, they probably won't get a replacement in before this game. So I've got a funny feeling Blackburn will win it with a 2-1 win.
Brilliant. I've gone for, let me just get my predictions back up. I reckon new manager bounce, whether they do get a permanent manager before this game or whether they have their interim manager by then. I reckon just sacking the manager, high grounds there. I reckon they'll get a point here. I reckon they'll get something against Blackburn. And I'm going
Yeah.
it'll be a 1-1 draw.
Yeah. Alex Neil's favourite to take the job as well, so
Yep, next up, Middlesbrough against Swansea City. If we look at the league table, partly anything splitting the two sides, right down at the bottom end of the Sky Bet Championship table. 1 win, 2 draws, 2 losses, 5 points for Swansea in 20th place. And then top from bottom is with no wins, one of the only 2 teams yet to win a single game this season. As it stands, Middlesbrough are alongside with Coventry City with 3 wins, no wins, 3 draws, and 2 losses along the way. 3 points is in the bag for Middlesbrough. So Middlesbrough, they've gone from, I believe, battling it out to try and get into the playoffs last season, just missing out, to being in a shocking start to the season this time round. Swansea, you'd expect better. You'd expect them to have a good start to the season and be at least mid-table by now. What's your prediction for this one? What's your prediction for this one, Jack?
I've got a feeling it's going to be one of them just boring games, to be honest. It's not going to be anything exciting. Both teams are not going to probably take massive risks. I've got a feeling it's going to be a boring 0-0.
Okay. I've gone for a 1-0 home win. I reckon Middlesbrough are due a win so far. And I reckon why not against Swansea at Riverside Stadium. So I've gone with a 1-0 Middlesbrough win. Up next, Hull City against Coventry City. Very easy. Coventry only played 2 games at the start of the season so far. After the shambolic happening with their ground. Just a 1 draw and 1 loss. 1 point they sees them sat bottom of the championship pile. Hull City sat in 6th place with 2 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss in 8 points. So 11 points with Sunderland. Just goal difference is the one to separate the 2 teams there. Also, not a bad start to the season they've had. They're progressing since last season, finishing, I believe, just under mid-table, just above relegation. I can't remember which one. But it could be better for Coventry if they would have had their stadium for the home games that got postponed. It should obviously be done by the end of this month or something like that. Apparently, they started doing work to it. Don't know how long that could take, though. It could take ages. They could have more games postponed. It could even lead to a point deduction. For me, I can't see anything Coventry getting from this game. I'm going with a 2-1 Hull City win. What about you, Jack?
I've gone for an easy Hull win because I don't think Coventry are good enough to get anything from this whole side of the signings they've made this summer. I've got a feeling Hull will comfortably win 2-0.
Okay. Next up to the New York Stadium, as newly promoted Rotherham takes on Birmingham City, who managed to survive relegation last season. Birmingham had a good start to the season as well, but the past 2 games they've slipped off. I believe they got back-to-back defeats. Let me just double check that. 1 win, 2 draws, and 2 losses they've got along the way.
We have lag.
Yeah. Birmingham City, they drew the first game of the season to Luton Town. They didn't do too bad. Obviously here they beat Huddersfield Town as well, losing the cup to Norwich, which can put their full attention on to the league. Losing to Cardiff not long ago, getting a decent point to Watford,
What the hell's going on?
and then a 1-0 defeat to Wigan Athletic at St Andrews Stadium. When Wigan went down 10 men early in the game, you would think, oh yeah, Birmingham, these 3 points are yours to grab. But no, it was Wigan who went on to score late. So what's your score prediction for this game? Rotherham versus Birmingham.
My prediction is going to be a 1-1 draw. Rotherham have started the season very well. Birmingham have had the usual average start of the seasons. It would be a 1-1 draw, but all goals will come in the second half.
You've gone with a Rotherham to be unbeaten. I've also gone with Rotherham to stay unbeaten so far this season, but I've gone with a Rotherham United 2, Birmingham City 1. I reckon Rotherham's just got too much quality in their team than last time that they had when they was in the Championship. I just think Ogbane might get a goal here. Obviously, they've lost the best players in that team last season, and I believe they've replaced them really well. But I just can't see Birmingham getting anything from this game, and that is why I've gone for a Rotherham United home win. Up next is Cardiff City versus Preston North End. Now, Preston this season is a bit strange. They're a bit strange because all their draws have finished 0-0. Their win ended 1-0. They've conceded no goals, scored 1 goal in the first 5 games of the season. A bit strange this season from Preston. I've never seen, in my time anyway, watching football and being a supporter, I've not seen someone do so well defensively and so shocking attacking. But Cardiff City start of the season pretty decent. 2 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses. Sat 12th in the league. Preston sat 9th. They're not budging anywhere anytime soon, I don't think. What's your score prediction for this game then, Jack?
Preston not scoring many goals, being good defensively. Cardiff showing at times defensively they're not that strong. I've got a feeling it's going to be another 0-0.
Yeah. Well, I'm agreeing with you as well. That's the second prediction we actually full on agree with. I've gone with a 0-0 draw as well. Again, defensively for Preston, brilliant this season. That's what you want to do, not concede early into the season. They're the only team in the Championship not to concede a single goal, but they're the only team to concede 1 goal this season. I've gone with a 0-0 draw as well. Next up then, final 2 games. Yep, final 2 games. Next up, Millwall against Reading. Now, Millwall sat 10th in the league on 7 points. Reading, a brilliant start. They couldn't ask for a much better start. A point deduction last season, -6 points deduction. Just avoiding relegation to this start here. 3rd in the league, 3 wins, 2 draws. 3 wins, no draws, 2 losses. 0 goal difference. The defense is leaking at times this season, but their attack is proving that is not an issue scoring goals. But their defense just needs to work on. I reckon if they can keep a clean sheet this game, then they'll push on for the first half of the season. Millwall here with 2 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses, sat right in mid-table or just above mid-table, should I say. What are you saying for this game then, Jack?
Reading a very good start. A very good start to the season. Millwall having an average start. I've got a feeling Reading will edge this 1-0.
Yeah, well, I've gone. I was gonna originally go with a 1-1 draw, but yeah, I've gone with a 2-1 Reading away win. I reckon if Lucas Rao is obviously playing, I reckon he will sneak in a goal. Next up then is the final Championship game of the weekend, and it sees Blackpool taking on Bristol City. Blackpool involved in a massive 3-3 draw against Burnley last week. They come to sit down in 11th place with 2 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses. -1 goal difference, 7 points for Blackpool. And Bristol City sat all the way up in 7th place. They're having a better start to the season than last season as well. 2 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses on 7 points as well. So only goal difference splitting these two teams apart. What do you think about this game then? Who can you see edging this game?
I think Blackpool can edge this. They've got the quality up front with Jerry Yates, Lavery, whatever his name is. They've got a very strong midfield. Bristol City have a strong team as well, but I've got a feeling Blackpool edge this 2-1.
Yeah, I'll come on to my prediction in a minute. If you look at Blackpool's start to the season, beat Reading first game of the season, then making a 2-0 defeat to Stoke City, which is Stoke City's only win of the season. Getting knocked out of the Carabao Cup first round to Barrow on penalties. Then another defeat, so back-to-back league defeat to Swansea City, which I believe is only Swansea's first win as well. Then getting back to winning ways against QPR, or 1-0 away win there. And then, like you said here, this game had it all. This is a true derby game. You had the goals. You had the red cards as well. Like, if we go into more details in this game, the Blackpool away game to Burnley last game, it was most like in the first half, Burnley could have easily ended it first half, and then Blackpool started to get back into it from the start of the second half. If you look at the statistics, 13 shots to 12, just look at it there. Blackpool had half the shots that Burnley had in the first half, and then it was even more closer in the second half. If you look at it here, Taylor was the star man for Burnley in that game. But for Blackpool, obviously this is Blackpool prediction we're going on about. Shane Lamprey getting a goal. Jerry Yates getting a goal as well. Still Corbino. Now that's a man that Bristol City needs to look out on as well and watch out for, because Theo Corbino, a winger, is only young as well, wearing the shirt number 25 for these. If Blackpool can utilize his pace, his power, and his shooting, I reckon they can walk away with an easy win. I reckon Jerry Yates will be a threat, but I reckon Theo Corbino will be a bigger threat. With the way that he was at Wednesday when he actually did play, he was brilliant. I have gone for a goal feast here, and I've gone for Blackpool to win the game 3-2. That is it for the video then today. If you did want to like it, please subscribe if you are new, and we will be back later for another video.